Ali, you've been a part of many television channels, and I see your articles, and you've been talking about these things, and you have a very different kind of world that you live in. And what are your thoughts on this?
Uh, uh, First of all, thank you, Syed Kashif, and I welcome everyone here. And I love you all.
Thank
So
you.
I don't live in a
Thank you.
different world. I live in the same world we all live because that's what we are talking about,
Yeah,
and that's universal love.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I begin with when we talk about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
yeah,
Rahmatul lil Alameen. This
yeah,
Rahmatul lil Alameen is actually the equivalent to universal love, the
yeah,
expression of
absolutely.
harmony, the expression of connectedness with everything, with everyone.
Mm,
Just to begin with, if you just allow me for our viewers to lay down the understanding of universal love and peace is so important. I'll take a couple of
mm,
minutes.
mm,
Universal love, if you get into the medical field, there is a new concept being emerged that is called One Health. And One Health
oh, yeah,
means that
yeah,
if you
yeah,
want to be healthy, you just don't need hospitals. There is a
no,
system that makes you healthy. I mean, if you don't go to the doctor, it means you have already done a damage to your health. So what you need to do in the One Health is that you need good food, you need good environment, you need
yeah,
stress less group of people where you can talk and share. One
mm,
Health. Now let's get it to the universal love. Universal
mm,
love is actually connecting your one entity with the
yeah,
entities existing around you. Now, when we say around you, it does not simply mean the other human beings. Definitely, it does mean human beings, but it also means the animals, the plants,
yeah,
the air. For example,
mm,
if we are doing something wrong with the air of Lahore, it's going to get back to us. So
yeah,
we are damaging air, air is damaging back to us. So that's the connection we have with the air. And that's what about
mm,
universal love. Now,
yeah,
the topic is from universal love to peace.
yeah,
Now, peace is actually the absence of violence, absence
mm,
of conflicts.
yeah,
Normally, when we come across the word peace, we
mm,
definitely look forward to have a peace among states. We look
yeah,
forward to have peace amongst people of different religions. We need to have a
yeah,
peace among people of different tribes and sects and ethnicities.
yeah,
But at a very first step, we need a peace within ourselves. So, if there is no peace within ourselves, how can we actually resonate it out to the world? And
mm,
therefore, the journey begins from within. And that's what you, in the beginning, in your prelude, you just said it that we don't make people think. We, yes, make them, memorize things. Uh, there are a couple of things as a society that we need to do. First of all, we need to understand the relationship of love and peace.
mm,
My personal understanding is that we are born with the reservoir of love and we are standing on one side and we go
beautiful. Mm,
through a long journey to reach a peace. It could be a long journey or it could be never ending journey. So it's a
mm,
journey between love and peace. Now what happens
mm,
is that between this journey, some elements of distortion takes place. I mean,
uh-huh,
I call them elements of distortion. Now, what are those elements of distortion? The first element is survival. So, when we
yeah,
say that money turns out to be everything, it means we are actually taken over by the fight for survival. Another
uh-huh,
distortion is the greed of power. My other panelists just talked about these words, but I'm just placing these words that where, in my view, they fit in. They fit in the journey as a distortion. So what happens is once we go for the survival, and that survival starts developing the sense of greed of power, we start looking into unjustified means to fulfilling certain needs. And once we reach those needs, we become something sort of arrogant. And that arrogance
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
result of the competition that we do compete ourselves with the rest of the people. Therefore, it is said that do not compete with others, uh, compete with yourself. And that's the best competition. So there are distortions. Now, if I look at the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what I realize is that he has portrayed to us how to deal with these distortions. And do not let this journey taken over by these distortions. The life of Prophet Muhammad. Now, if we just have a quick look, he was born, he was a posthumous child. He was born, the father wasn't there. After a couple of years, he lost the love of mother. After a certain period of time, he lost the next close to him, Hazrat Abdul Muttalib. He was raised in the house of his uncle. He was not given all the treasures of this life. Those are apparent treasures, mean the ease and the comfort. And
Yeah.
then he proceeded and he came up as a true leader. Now, you can see that there were lots of survival issues, the worldly survival issues. So what he did is he used to spend time in Ghar Hira. Now, we need to look at this perspective of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam personality, that why he used to go to Ghar Hira. Ghar Hira incident or Ghar Hira practice was actually a symbol of giving time to yourself and accept yourself unconditionally. I use the word unconditionally. You know, these days happen. I don't look good. I need a certain sort of cosmetics. Those could be in the form of dress or in form of, yes, you have a right to look beautiful. But you have to accept yourself unconditionally and you have to start loving yourself. Now, what we need to do is, between the love and the peace, there are distortions. And we need to talk to our youngsters. We need to talk to everyone how to deal with those distortions, and do not let those distortions forget the actual journey, and that is from love to
Beautiful.
peace.
Yeah.
And that's actually what we miss out. Yes, we had lots of wonderful personalities in the past. We used to read their stories. We do have their stories. But one thing we all need to do, if we want to be a part or we want to contribute to global peace, we need to have living legends. We have to have living examples who actually follow the lifestyle and the way the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, actually taught us. And I'm not referring to the appearance things, but actually dealing with the journey. So it's the journey that matters, and we need to have living legends.